Man, it's good to wake up. Yeah, that's why I was sleeping tonight. Ain't nothing like sleeping outside in the wilderness and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Get that natural sleep. Yeah. Anyway, I am out here in Gastonia, North Carolina. I swear. I mean, this location is interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm in Gastonia, North Carolina. It's been a few days since the last time I recorded, and I already ran into a few problems. For example, there was one day I was riding to Commerce, Georgia, and I was pulling on the air horn. And all of a sudden, when I'm driving, the air horn decided to lock up when I was driving, and it just constantly kept blowing. Of course, if a lot of people know that your air horn is connected to the air supply in your truck. So once that went out, my second gauge was going out. The truck was acting up at that point. I had things lighting up all over the dashboard, so I had to pull the truck over on the interstate. Up on I-85, right in front of that marker, 135, and just somebody came out there and helped me, which basically the issue was just that the air horn handle was hung up. So the guy came, he was trying to figure out what the issue was. He found that that's the case. Once he was able to unhook the air hose line, everything was like working perfectly, and I was able to go back out there and drive again. But then another situation that happened the next day, where I was driving and I noticed that the trailer kept on like swaying left and right. It was swaying left and right on the interstate, which to me was bothering me because it must be the traction, the tires. So I was like, you know what? I'm coming down from, I think I was coming from Griffin, Georgia. And I was like, I don't want to keep on riding back to Commerce, Georgia with the truck keep on swaying back and forth, because I didn't know that was an issue, because I had weight in the truck. I had a load in there. So when I had a load in the truck or whatever the case is, I'm not going to know that, I'm having problems. But when it was light and there was nothing in there, that's when I started to notice that the truck had issues. So the funny thing about that is that usually when I have a situation, you gotta listen to this. Usually when I have a problem and I feel like something is wrong, I don't take the time out to check it out, or just just look at it or whatever. I'll just keep on going with, no matter how messed up the situation could possibly be. So at least this time I didn't, because there was something a lot more worse that was happening that I would have missed if I had kept on going. So like I said, I knew I was having tire issues with them back there. The back of the trailer tires, the threading on them was pretty much going, and it was causing the trailer to sway further than it was supposed to. Now here's the problem. When I pulled into a gas station to get the tires fixed, the mechanics knew they seen something. Right there, you see the nice shiny silver one? On both sides of the hubcap, I had grease or oil leaking out of it. It was all over the tire, it was all over the rim, and it was a puddle. And I did not notice that, and that must have probably happened when I was going into Griffin as to coming out of Griffin. So it wasn't like that was happening for like a day or two and I just didn't know about it. that just happened. So the people were telling me, hey man, you want to check this out? And I'm like, well, what would have happened if I kept on driving with that like that? Now the reason I'm asking that question is because, again, I was going to keep driving with the trailer doing what it's doing, swing. So I'm like, if I never came in to check that out, what would have been the issue? What would have happened? The guy was like, well, what happened was that your trailer wheels would have locked up, and then your drive wheels and the other ones on your trailer would have kept on going, but on top of them locking up, I would have been like skating down the highway, on top of the fact my trailer thread on the tires gone out and it's swing. You know what I'm saying? I would have been doing some weird, dangerous skateboarding, ice skating mess going down the interstate, because I didn't want to sit out there and take the time out to pull over, check the issue that I'm having, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that I'm safe, taking consideration of other people, because I would have been handling the situation the way I always handle situations, by myself. It'll be okay, you know what I'm saying, no big deal, I'll get there, you know what I'm saying, and that's not the way I'm supposed to be doing stuff. So anyway, I got that fixed. I got all that fixed. It's a big eye-opener for me, because I mean, technically, I don't know, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys, you know what I'm saying? I'd probably be in the hospital, if not dead, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, literally on the interstate, we're doing about 65 to 70 miles per hour, you know what I'm saying, on the curbside lane, moving pretty fast. And when I was having this issue if anybody's familiar with that Interstate 85 and that mile marker 135, if anybody knows about that area, when you go through there, there's nothing but cones and constructions. You're going under an underpass and you're like swerving to the sides, doing a turn. So by the time that I'm going down there doing that speed, yeah, I would have been crashing into the cones, I would have been crashing into the wall that they have construction on, and I would have went off on the side of the highway. The roads is narrow because they closed off all the lanes. Yeah, I probably would not be here if I did not go and get that checked out. So I had to take some time out. I had to think about my actions and how I would have handled that situation, and how I usually handle situations. I did get a bit emotional about my own thoughts because of my actions, of how I usually handle things. And I gotta be thankful that I did something different this time, instead of just going with the punches, you know? So, yeah, man. Anyway, so like I said, I'm here in North Carolina. I gotta tell you something that happened real quick, real funny. You know, like last night I came in here and I do my usual. Hey, this is Werner Enterprises. I'm so and so. Can I speak to the manager? So a female gets on there. I could tell that it was a white girl at first that got on the phone, and she says, "Hold on, I'll transfer you." She transferred me, and I end up talking to another female, who's a black female, that is not the manager. And this is what she says to me. She's like, yeah, hey, hello, how can I help you? Again, this is Werner. I'm looking for the manager. She says, oh, the manager's not available. You know what I'm saying? I'll deliver your message. I'm like, all right, well, look, the only thing I need to know is what time is your unloading time? She says, oh, I really don't know that because I don't work on a day shift. I work on a night shift. Well, this is why I asked for the manager. I mean, out of my experience doing this damn thing, I must have went to like 4 or 5 different other locations, and none of you people who's working on the afternoon shift or whatever do not know what time things happen in the morning. On top of the fact that if you're having me talk to somebody, they don't have absolutely no knowledge of what goes on in the morning. So right now, I was told to be up at 7 in the morning. It is after 7 in the morning. As you can see, there's nobody back there unloading that truck. There's nothing happening. So I'm like, again, I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to find out that I'm waking up early in the morning for no absolute reason. Nobody's here because people want to guess on what time that people supposed to be doing their damn job. If you're gonna tell me 7, I'm gonna be up at 6:45 in the morning. If you're gonna tell me 6, I'm gonna be up at 5:45 in the morning. I like to be up early before you. I want to be there before you. I was at my last location when one of the managers was like, "Oh, it's the first time in a long time that there's actually a truck driver looking for me." He says, "You are the first." Well, hey, I came from the household where, early is on time and on time is late. So if I'm going to look for you, because if you tell me a certain time that I got to be here and do this, yeah, I'm going to look for you, because I can go right back to sleep while y'all are up there doing whatever the hell y'all doing. But yeah, that's what's going on in my day so far. You know what I'm saying? Already starting out with some crap. But if there's anything I could share about everything I just said, don't take no chances. If you know something is wrong with your truck, go ahead and pull over, check it out, small or big. But you can also see the importance of checking out things before you get on the road. But that's not always guaranteed, so I'm not going to sit up here and just throw that out there. Like, make sure you do your pre-trip, your pre-trip inspection before you hit the road, because things can happen even after the fact that you do your pre-trip. But it is good to check out your truck and the trailer before you hit the road. Check it out regardless if you're at the gas station. Check it out if you already unloaded your truck. Check it out before you are starting your day with the truck and the trailer. Check it out, because again, it's your life on the line. You know what I'm saying? And me, I know I don't do a very good job valuing my life. I don't, so I ain't gonna get into all that. But check it out. You know what I'm saying? At least for other people's sake. So I usually handle situations like that, and I'm glad I didn't handle a situation like that, because it would have been a real big collision. So I'm still here because I pulled over. So I got to be proud of myself for doing that. So I hope that you guys do the same thing. Pull over. Check what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It might prolong you at least another day.